to Cracker Barrel. People are saying, and I've seen people saying, why do you guys care so much about, again, it's symbols. It is the power of symbols. I know there's someone out there who has a famous adage, but I would flip it around. I would say feelings don't care about your facts.
So true.
And that nice. I think people imbue, right, symbols with meaning, because they are a representation.
Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to this channel. So, in this clip, we're actually going to watch, it looks like, thank God, Andrew Wilson has shown up to help Tim Pool, who's gone missing, who is not showing up to work at all. Hope everything is okay with him and his family. But Andrew Wilson is going to demolish the wokeness of this new Go Woke, Go Broke gimmick of Cracker Barrel, removing Uncle Herschel from the menu and store and road signs. I do think that this was a pointless change, but here's the thing that, well, you know what, I won't get all the way into giving my thoughts about the situation, but, you know, Andrew Wilson and who is this, Jack Posobiec, they're going to talk about this, and everybody else who is on the show. They're going to talk about this latest Go Woke, Go Broke scheme of Cracker Barrel, you know, deciding to take their business and flushing it down the toilet. So let's go ahead and get into this clip.
Of a greater either ideal, a greater truth, a greater nation, a greater religion, you know, a cross is just a plus symbol, right?
It's also a way to convey a huge amount of information immediately.
Yeah, and this is what a meme is too. Mm-hmm. The meme is the same thing. So is a cross just a plus symbol that's slightly off center?
No, and depending on how the cross is set, it conveys if you're this type of Christian, that type of Christian. Symbolism conveys not just this idea of like intuition and feelings, but it conveys a significant amount of information between people, but they never have to say a word.
Precisely. And so when people say, why do you care so much about Cracker Barrel? Oh, that's boomer slop. And it's like, I get what you're saying, but I do think there's something bigger. So go back to the headlines, or do you want to hit that?
Jack Posobiec says he thinks that there's something bigger. Andrew Wilson is making a good point about symbols, making a huge point, conveying a huge message in a very small amount of time. This is absolutely true. And also the symbolism of taking off Uncle Herschel from, I didn't know that was his name until today, from the Cracker Barrel sign is definitely a symbol too. It definitely does send a very important message. And we'll get to what that message is in a little bit. We'll see if the guys can handle exactly what that message is. And if they can't, I'll handle it for them.
So Cracker Barrel reversing course, admitting they failed with the rebrand, vow to include Uncle Herschel on the menu, store, and road sign. Uncle Herschel wouldn't have wanted it anyway. Well, he is a cracker, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is really grim stuff. We staged, me and my friend Nathan Halberstadt, he was on the Culture War Friday. We actually went and staged a sit-in at the local Cracker Barrel afterwards as a form of protest. And it was a very empty Cracker Barrel, so I think the picket lines,
by the way, for the record. He's yellow. Like, I don't think he's one or the other.
I don't think Cracker Barrel is, I don't think it means that it's for everyone, right?
Yeah, obviously.
For every color, creed, it's a beautiful thing, and they're trying to take that away, and it's very sad. And I agree, like people say it's boomers.
See, like, I don't even know what that means. Like, see, this is why conservatives, these influencer people, they take it so far. Like, they just say that Cracker Barrel is not for every color. You know how many black people eat at Cracker Barrel? Like, what? That was weird to me. Maybe I heard it wrong. But, okay, so they're caving on this. So they had removed the white man from the sign. And then, of course, everybody went crazy, and then they caved on it. And if you guys just stick with me, please, I will tell you exactly what is the issue. And then I hope I don't get this channel banned. But in the meantime, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and a notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
I'm like, well, if you've been on a road trip, it does mean a little more. I mean, because like, there's not these great food institutions along a road trip. It's like places like Cracker Barrel remind you of your childhood.
Some places you get McDonald's or Cracker Barrel.
Sure, yeah, and
that's it.
Well, Cracker Barrel, that's fine dining when you're on the road, and it's like, it reminds you of your childhood, it reminds you of family. You know, at the rusty farm equipment everywhere, like horse castrator and whatnot. It's like it's a really beautiful thing, and they want to turn it into farmhouse chic. I mean,
well, they turned all the McDonald's into prisons.
Yeah,
they
brutalism.
They look like
awful.
Farmhouse chic
all
is
of
like
them look like prisons. It's just gray,
and
nasty.
I think the reason that Cracker Barrel, and we'll see what they end up actually doing with it, but I think the reason that it resonated so directly, because what's interesting is people people would say like, oh, this is woke, right? But it's not necessarily woke in the sense they're not changing it to like a rainbow color or adding things like that or changing it to like a woman or something. But we all know that it's wrong.
It's woke-ish because it's ugly.
Well,
right? It's a war on beauty.
The backlash wasn't
Cracker Barrel's beauty.
The backlash wasn't just from.
Okay, so let's finally get to it. It's not woke because it's woke-ish because it's ugly and there's a war on beauty. No, there's a war on white people, all right? And let my black behind be the one to tell you that. And if you guys can't see it for what it is, then I don't know what to tell you, all right? It's plain as day. That is a white man on Cracker Barrel. Now, I will say, right? I'll say for me, it's like... I think we have bigger issues in the country right now to talk about, like the martial law that's being placed on red states right now, or that it's pretty much red states on the list, and some sort of weird martial law thing that's happening. I don't know, but whatever. Okay, but all right, let's go. But here's the thing: if we're gonna talk about the Cracker Barrel issue, can we talk about it 100%? No, we can't. I want you guys to do a early life check on the CEO of Cracker Barrel. The minute I saw it. But the minute I saw the change, I said, oh, and I saw, the woman who they call white liberal, okay? And you do an early life check, and she wouldn't consider herself white. And you go ahead and finish the equation. A lot of these progressive people, if you know what I mean, okay, they don't really like white people, and they love doing it. It's not the black people as much doing it. Black people don't own anything to be changing out stuff, right? A lot of times it's them, and they're the ones making these decisions, these anti-white decisions, okay? So like, and if somebody has a problem with me saying it, barely saying it, and the only reason why I'm not fully saying it is because I don't want to, I just need to go live on this channel so you guys can figure out who I am. But either way, trust me, I have the balls to say it completely. So another one of these non-white people just told you that it's a war on beauty. No, it's not. It is a war to erase white representation. It is. I mean, we've been saying that, right? But a lot of people noticed who the early life on the woman, so I noticed that people were talking about it on Twitter, so it's probably why they want to go with the whole war on beauty thing, and then everybody just says, oh, okay, which is perfectly fine. Like, it is what it is. Because I'm not going to be the person to, try to convince anybody, but it's just obvious to me. Whatever. But let's let these guys wrap it up and eat around the edges of a very serious conversation.
People on the right, if I understand correctly.
Right.
Like,
The
there was a
Democrats
lot of
came out
people
against
on the left that were just like, this sucks.
You see it all the time when like they have these beautiful old homes, and like especially millennials will come through and just gut it and paint everything white and turn out farmhouse chic, and it's like it's not woke, it's just like sad, like you're losing something.
Well, and they make the McMansion track homes.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that it's if we're talking about symbols, what is it a symbol of? It's a symbol of the America that came before. And it's a symbol of American heritage for how we got to where we are. And so, that old America, quote unquote, versus new America, or whatever you want to call it, real America versus new America, is definitely the seminal moment of our time. This is our challenge. This is our fight right now. Which one is going to win out? Is it the Kilmar Garcia America who doesn't care, to even speak the language, and he'll go eat whatever he wants, or is it the people who come in there and say, oh, you know what? My grandpa had one of those. Or we were going there with my wife, who isn't even from this country.
Let me ask you something.
She kept asking that as well.
Conspiracy hat time.
Oh.
Right? Conspiracy hat time.
You have to turn it sideways
tinfoil
to say that,
tinfoil hat time. Do you think that this story got launched into the public consciousness purely because the name Cracker was in Cracker Barrel?
It's not the first time they tried this. Remember a few years ago, it was going around on Twitter about them trying to change the name of Cracker Barrel, and they thought it was offensive. It might even started as a meme, but then people took it seriously. It was trending.
Talk about talking about nothing. I really thought that Andrew was going to really bring it to the crux of the argument, but he doesn't. You know what? I really get annoyed is that Jack Posobiec says that it's old America versus new America. Is it going to be the America that, of people like Abrego Garcia, the guy that freaking right wingers are so obsessed with? Like, all right, fine, he got redeported, great, just deport people. Like, I don't know. Anyway, their talking point, because God forbid they actually talk about certain things in its full entirety, they'd probably be banned, or I don't know. Anyway, so I do know, but Jack Posobiec, that's what he says, and Jack saying this. You're going to bring up Abrego Garcia, this guy who doesn't speak full English. Who brought him here? Who's getting these people through the Darien Gap? Like who? What organizations? Right? Oh, we can't talk about those. You get mad at the people who come here. They got a free ride to come here. Of course they're going to come here. You're mad at them. Who keeps bringing them here? Right? No, God forbid we talk about that. So again, you're fighting people who are coming here because they're given the opportunity to come here from the people you're afraid to call out. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.